Welcome to this episode of the Gerardi Performance Podcast, where I'm going to take you guys into a little bit about my life and how I got to where I am now. So my story starts when I was in high school and I was training for the MLB. Yes, I thought I was going to go to the MLB. I was this motivated, ambitious kid, still am, but my goal was the MLB. I had Tommy John surgery. Long story short, that didn't work out, so I started training bodybuilding style. And I really fell in love with that. I went to an all-guys school, and so I wanted to be the biggest, baddest dude in there. And so after I took some mass gain, I was taking some creatine now, and I was pumping the weights. I loved the pump in there, and I felt great. I felt, on top of my game. I felt like the biggest, baddest dude. I was gaining muscle. People were taking me more serious versus what they did when I was just this little scrawny kid. And so I fell in love with the way it made me feel and how it made people perceive me. So I worked out all through high school. I worked out all through college. Obviously, I'm still working out. As I continue to work out, I now do it more so for the mental benefits. And I'll get into that a little bit later, but I think that it's super important to understand that it's not just the physical stuff that you work out for at this age. It has to be the mental. So more focused, more energized, etc. But we'll talk a little bit about that later. So how did Gerardi Performance start? My love for fitness really came from high school. And so I was working out a funeral home, and a buddy of mine had said that, hey man, you're super knowledgeable, you're working out a lot, you should create an Instagram page. And so I was a little hesitant at first. I cared about what people thought. I was like, I don't want to look dumb, I didn't want to go into high school and be made fun of. But I eventually got over that, and I kind of said, you know what? Screw what they think of me. I'm just going to do what makes me happy. So in my head, I wanted to be a physical therapist and a personal trainer. And so getting my name out there so early on in high school was really going to help me kind of build my brand as I've gotten older. And it absolutely has. So I started out posting on Instagram. I remember my first post was something about caffeine and how it helps fat loss. It was this little crappy picture of like cocoa beans or coffee beans. And I remember that, and I've come a long way. So if you're thinking about making an Instagram, you have some knowledge, you know what you're talking about, or you just want to share your journey, this is your sign to freaking do it. You're going to get better along the way, so don't worry and try to be a perfectionist about your posts. I promise that you will get better. And as time goes on, you see what you like with other people's content, and you learn and you do it. So I have my Instagram underway, and time goes on. I had no intention of programming and kind of building the brand to where it is now. I just wanted to post my journey and post my knowledge. And then as time went on, people started hitting me up. They were saying, hey man, can I get a workout program? What do you do for your diet? And so people were coming to me for their fitness advice, whether they wanted to lose fat, build muscle, whatever it may be. I started being that guy. And so thought to myself, hey, I'm paying for this college now. I'm getting my bachelor's degree in kinesiology, and now I'm going to grad school. I'm in physical therapy school. So, I'm paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to be educated. So why not try to make some money off of that? So I'm taking all my knowledge that I've accrued, at this point in college, and I am, selling it. So I'm making ebooks, I'm making programs for people, I'm giving diet advice. And so I am really kind of putting, everything that I learned into school into, my programs and what I give people and my eventual clients. So started selling the workout programs. I was still working at the funeral home at this point. This was just kind of like a side gig and that I love to do. I just did not feel like work for me. So at this point, I still haven't trained anybody in person, by the way. So I haven't had any in-person training up until this point. I think it was 2018 or 2019 in June or July in the summer. Somebody in Boston had reached out to me and said, hey man, I love your content. You're super knowledgeable. I want you to come train with me at my gym. So I took him up on that offer, started training in-person clients, learned a whole ton that textbooks cannot teach you. And I started applying that to my program. So, ever since that point, I've been really just scaling the business. I've been learning more through school, I've been learning more through my clients. So yes, the price to work with me has increased, but also what has increased is what I'm giving you guys. And so now we get to this point, and I am giving you guys all this knowledge I'm learning in school and learning through training in-person clients. And so I'm really starting to scale the business at this point. My pricing points are increasing, but so is the value that I'm bringing to all my online clients. And so now we're here. I've been training in person for 3-4 years now, 2-3-4 years. And so I've learned a ton. I've gone to seminars, I've gone through school. I'm almost done with physical therapy school, and so I feel like I have a pretty good, base and knowledge of anatomy, how it works, and kind of, how the physiology of weight loss and muscle gain all really works. And so that brought us to this point here of being online and doing really well with the business side of things. It's just because I've put in the work, I've put in the time, I've spent the money to educate myself, and it's a legitimate business now. And I never thought that it would grow to what it is today. And so I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for all of you guys. A little bit about how I kind of did scale that thing was consistency and dedication and discipline. I have posted every single day on social media, whether it be TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. For the last 3 to 4 years, I have posted every single day on social media. That's not exaggerating. That's 365 days a year for the last 3 to 4 years, since June of 2018. Now, that is a ton of work. People may say, oh, go get a real job, do this, do that. I listened to all that in the very beginning. But you know what? This is my job now. I'm doing what I love. I don't even like to call it a job. When someone says, hey, what are you going to, oh, I have to go to work today. No, I say I'm going to train clients. Never have I said I'm going to work today, because I love what I do. And because of my persistence and because of my discipline and consistency, I am able to, work and make money doing the thing that I love. So if you're looking to become a personal trainer, scale an online business, get on social media, get your name out, get your knowledge out there. Tell everyone what you know. Don't talk about things you're not sure of either, right? Because people will call you on your BS, and you don't want a bad name in this industry as well. So, everyone in the fitness industry is bashing one another on Instagram all the time, because who knows what, who doesn't know what. Listen, only talk about what you know about. And that's a foolproof way to scale your business, get trust in people, get trust in clients, and that is how you're going to truly grow your business. So, again, consistency, posting on Instagram. I post on Instagram every day now. I post on TikTok every day. I try to post on YouTube every day. I've been doing really well at that the past couple of months, and I'm just starting this podcast now, right? So I'm getting myself out there. And so if you want to get to where I am, where I'm making 6 figures a year, doing what I love, personal training clients, having online clients, you got to put the work in. There's no easy thing about it. If you need help with that, please shoot me a DM or write me a message. I'd be happy to help you and give you some tips. But that's kind of how I've come to where I am. So started in high school as a skinny kid, really fell in love with bodybuilding, carried that through college, took my knowledge onto social media with the scalability of social media, of reaching millions of people at the click of a button was a no-brainer. Got over the hump of what people will think about me and just started doing what I love unapologetically. I started providing value to everybody. People started trusting me, and my clients started trusting me. Everyone's getting good results. I'm loving what I do, and this is where I am today talking to all you guys. So if you have any questions, again, feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram or write in the comments. Just feel free to reach out to me any way that you know. You can shoot me an email, mike@gerardiperformance.com. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys got. But that's kind of my story. I hope I covered all the bases there, and I'll talk to you on the next episode.